Welcome to Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindy Stickle. This podcast is for those of you that finally want to have control over your own health and your family's health. This is for you if you don't know what to eat to help your chronic illness or even your child's ADHD. I will share with you how to easily swap out unhealthy ingredients in your food for healthier ingredients that won't make you sicker or affect your chronic illness. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods. Other areas I will cover include how to remove toxins from your food and life, how to eliminate the overwhelm you have with your health, including how to read labels, meal plan and prep, and how to manage grocery shopping with ease. My goal is to make biohacking effortless. Hey everybody, in today's episode, I'm going to talk about eating well for less money. And that's important right now during the inflation that we're going through, especially it's July of 2023. So food is still on the expensive side. So healthy eating is a huge part of living a healthy lifestyle and improving overall well-being. Although a frequent objection that I hear as a health coach, nutrition coach, is that healthy food is far more expensive than convenience foods. Even if you have the desire to eat healthier, you may feel like you cannot afford it. Thankfully, the truth is you don't have to spend extraordinary amounts of money at the grocery store each week to eat healthy foods at home. So, this is what I'm going to be talking about today. Some strategies you can use to eat healthy on a budget so you don't have to choose between saving money or eating well. So strategy number 1 is planning your meals. Preparation is essential if you want to eat healthy on a budget. By purchasing all the ingredients you need ahead of time, you're less likely to order takeout midway through the week. Planning meals also reduces the number of trips to the grocery store where you're likely to buy things you don't need. We've all done that. Make sure you have a list and try not to make any impulse purchases. If you plan a week of meals, pick one day to shop for everything you need. Having a meal planning system to go off of each week helps you get into the groove of planning your meals. It can feel repetitive and boring to eat the same meals week after week, but having designated days such as Taco Tuesday or Italian Wednesday can help steer you in the right direction of knowing what types of recipes to consider for that day. If you haven't tried implementing meal days yet, give it a try as you plan your meals out for the week ahead. So one way to help you would be to compile a list of recipes that you know that you already love and your household loves. Make it easy for yourself. Don't try new meals, new recipes. Stick to the ones that you love and your family loves. And these can be the ones that you already cook, and you can find some new inspiration on Pinterest if you need to, or your favorite healthy recipe Instagram accounts. Or even mine, I post recipes on my social media. Having a recipe base to shuffle through helps you to not repeat recipes every week and still have an abundance of choices as you plan your meals for the week. So the next strategy is buying fruits and vegetables in season. Okay, so one of the most effective ways to eat well for less is to be mindful of the produce you buy. Putting your focus on long-lasting and less expensive produce is a great way to reduce food waste and spend less on nutritious fruits and veggies. These long-lasting, less expensive options include carrots, cabbage, apples, potatoes, celery, onions, melons, oranges, etc. Many pantry items can also be purchased in the bulk aisle, saving you even more money. Stock up on whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices. In fact, growing your herbs and spices, or at least the ones you use the most, can save you a great deal of money and provide a fresher taste. These are simple to grow on your windowsill, in your kitchen, If you have the luxury of an outdoor space for gardening, you could even expand to grow some of your most consumed vegetables. Another helpful strategy for buying healthy whole foods for less is to purchase produce that's in season. In-season items are less expensive, but they're more flavorful at their peak of freshness. Keep a list of what's in season on your refrigerator to keep those items fresh in your mind when writing your grocery list. So one of the steps to help you would be to print out the list that I'm going to put into the show notes of low-cost produce and produce in season and put it on your fridge. And then just highlight or circle the ones that are your favorite. Another strategy is batch cooking. So batch cooking is another method in your eating well on a budget toolbox that will save you tremendous amounts of time. The idea behind batch cooking is to cook a large portion of your meals for the week all at once, so you can simply reheat when your mealtime arrives. Okay, and that's what I do. When I do meal prep on Sundays for the work week ahead, I will batch cook and I will cook a large amount. And I'll do that with our turkey meatballs. I will double the recipe and then freeze half of them. And then the first half lasts for like the week, and then I get the other ones out of the freezer. That way I'm not cooking them every week. Because making them from scratch is time consuming because they're not frozen already. I don't buy them from the store, I make them from scratch. So cook a grain for the week is you can cook brown rice, quinoa, couscous, or millet are a few of the better options. If you'd like to go a different route, cauliflower rice is an excellent option. I use cauliflower rice for a lot of my meals. You can cook a vegetable medley for the week, filling a baking sheet or two with a variety of vegetables, broccoli, squash, mushroom, Brussels sprouts, carrots, cauliflower, etc. Roast in the oven with your favorite herbs and spices. One of my favorites is broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. Just put a little bit of garlic powder on there, some olive oil, and I cook it, and those are really, really good. For people that don't like Brussels sprouts, they don't taste like a Brussels sprout, so they're really good. And then plan your protein. Some people choose to pre-cook protein for the week, or you can stick with pre-cooking most of the meal and then choosing to cook your protein fresh each day. This cuts down tremendously on cook time. So if you have everything else prepared and just cook the protein every night, it's still going to be quicker for you. For easy lunches, you can batch cook a large pot of soup or create mason jar salads. These are nutritious, simple, and when you use long-lasting, less expensive produce, very affordable lunch options. So one way that you can start doing this is to create lists of your favorite grains, vegetables, proteins, and sauces. This will help you batch cook and prepare a variety of meals on a rotation. Plus, you already have what meals you're going to cook, so you already know on your grocery list what you're going to buy. Okay, so incorporate all these on that grocery list to save you time. Another strategy is freezer. The goal here is to eat well without spending a fortune on your groceries or a ton of time in the kitchen. There are multiple ways you can use your freezer to your advantage to help you in both ways. So, we opt for takeout because we feel we don't have enough time to cook a proper meal. Perhaps work ran later than expected, the afternoon was jam-packed with family activities, or you simply forgot to leave something out to thaw. This is where the freezer comes in, and there are a few strategies to implement when making your freezer a solid backup plan. Keep an emergency meal in your freezer at all times. These are for those nights you don't have time to cook dinner and will save you from the drive-through window. Have a meal you can warm up in the oven or microwave, pair it with a side salad or a frozen veggie, and you've got dinner on the table quickly and with minimal effort. Keeping a stash of frozen veggies, seafood, poultry, and fruits will help you on those days you need some ingredients to supplement your recipe and save you a trip to the grocery store. When you catch these items on sale, stock your freezer and enjoy the savings. You can reuse resources such as mygrocerydeals.com to find deals you won't want to miss. And lastly, when cooking large stews and soups, go ahead and portion out a few bowls into a freezer bag and freeze it for later. Having these already cooked meals to warm up will be a load of help. Pad your freezer stash when you have leftovers and think you may not eat them within the next few days. Your future self will thank you. Yes, this is what I do with the meatballs. Or if I cook 2 or 3 times of the recipe, I will freeze it so that I have it and then just have to thaw it out. So the next step would be to take stock of your freezer and make a plan of what you want to stock in there. I only buy frozen vegetables because frozen vegetables are just as nutritious as fresh, and almost even more so because they are frozen at their peak of freshness. So by the time the fresh produce gets to the grocery store, it's still fresh, but the frozen is still fresher. And I always have vegetables in my freezer, especially when I was a vegan. That's all I ate. Half of every meal was vegetables. So I always have them so I can throw them in any recipe or just cook them and have them as a side. So now we're going to look for tools that you can use. Okay, so the strategies you've learned here will help you eat well for less, and the tools that I shared with you will assist you in making it even easier on your wallet and your schedule. So we know that grocery shopping with a list helps us stay on budget, and having a grocery list app can further streamline your grocery shopping. Some of the ones that you can download include Our Groceries, AnyList, Mealtime. I use another one myself, and I also just made a PDF and put it in my GoodNotes app, and I can have it filled in with all my food, and I highlight the ones that I need for that week. If you need some help creating that grocery list, you can use a meal planning app such as Emails, PlateJoy, and Yummly. You'll find recipe ideas and even be able to generate a shopping list based on the meals you choose for that week. These apps come in extra handy when you feel uninspired in the kitchen. In my nutrition coaching, I also offer this too, meal plans with shopping lists already done for you. So if you have any questions about that, reach out. Another aspect of eating well for less is having a well-stocked pantry, knowing what you have so you don't buy unnecessary extras, and utilizing your pantry items to your advantage. Pantry Check is an app that allows you to catalog what you have on hand easily. Next time you're at the grocery store and wondering if you have mustard at home, you can quickly know the answer. Pantry Check also notifies you when your pantry items are expiring soon so they don't go to waste, which is very good. I don't like throwing away food. It's just like throwing money in the garbage. Last but not least, in this Eating Well for Less toolbox is a grocery deals app that helps you get the best prices on your groceries. Flip, F-L-I-P-P, is an app that you will find the best deals on your groceries. You can also use this app to help you with your freezer pantry stash. When you find items you regularly use on sale, especially like buy one, get one free, grab a few extras to stash away. When you combine the strategies that I have mentioned in this episode, you'll find eating well doesn't have to cost a fortune, because we're all looking to save money. Even when there isn't a recession or inflation, I'm always looking for the best deal on food. I will list all of the app ideas in the show notes, and I will post the produce and vegetable list that I mentioned before. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out, and I will see you next time. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when new episodes are released. And if you like what you hear, I would love for you to leave a review. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Nutrition Your Way podcast to learn about easy swaps, toxin-free nutrition, and how to biohack your family's health. Don't forget to subscribe here, and you can Also, follow me on Instagram at Cindy Stickle or my website, cindystickle.com, for the latest updates. Links are in the episode description.